Man, it's been difficult. Been trying to get the sound right on this. I deleted the last video because it was just too noisy and just didn't make any sense. So it's raining out today. I had work to do outside, but like I say, the rain came on and I wasn't going to sit there in the rain working in the soil. So I'm going to now give you an update on what the plants inside are doing, because I'm going to put them outside. So I'm going to start hardening them off. Whether I'm going to put them out here in a few minutes or not, um, I might wait till tomorrow to put them out for the first time. But oh, Porky, he wants something, but cats sometimes I have a difficult time with it because they don't know how to tell you what they want, it seems. So let's just go back through here. This is the first pepper that started flowering of the peppers that I planted back in December. And it's Apache F3. I don't think the Apache peppers get much bigger than this. So they should be starting to turn color anytime at all now. This second one that wasn't flowering, it decided to flower afterwards. This is the Alma Pepperica, and so it continued to flower. But I guess because the flowers they point out and just shaking the plant doesn't get the flowers to pollinate. That's the three. They're doing fairly well here in the basement. Then I'm going to move them up to the sunroom here with the rest. Now see, here's the tomatoes. And remember a couple of years ago, I bought a bunch of potting soil. And I added in, I grew some plants in it in buckets upstairs in the sunroom. Now this is what that soil is. So is it that? I mean, the soil, it's terrible. And this is the soil that's doing this. This one here, this has withered away altogether. Stupid to say. It's gone. But there's definitely something wrong with the soil in this. I've got to harden these off and get them planted outside. Hopefully, once I get them out in the garden soil, that they'll grow. I might knock that soil off of them, and when I replant them, knock the soil off of the roots and just plant them down in the garden soil. If we go over here, they're not as bad. And you see, this is the first ones I planted. And I don't think there's as much of that soil in there. And as you go over further, I use more of just straight potting soil. They purchased potting soil, and they're starting to look bad. So I'm blaming it on the soil. I don't know. I was sitting at the computer yesterday, and I looked up, and I'm like, whoa, these things need to be up potted. Now, you remember, I thought I was going to have 6 cucumber seeds there, but some of them started to grow, and then they didn't continue on. So I have 3 now that are growing, and they're not growing that fast. That is the Market More 76 cucumber. And these in the back here that seem to be doing very well, those three are the National Pickling cucumber. So when I outpot these now, they're, like I say, way too big to be still in these little containers. When I outpot them, they'll take right off. In the back here, see it starts right there? That's a cucamelon. And it has vined off way in, right on in there. The end of the vine is actually touching the wall. That vine is a good, is about 2 feet long. It should have been out in the garden and planted, but I really couldn't do it because the weather has been cold, cold, cold. We had a couple warm days, but other than that, it's been cold all the time. And we had frost, I believe it was June the 5th or something. It wasn't that long ago we had frost. Now let's slip around here. I have 2 big Jarrahdale pumpkin plants here. I have 3 more upstairs, so I have 5 of those. That one back right there, that's a Morden Hurley. So that's a cucumber. That other one, that's just a weed there. This is a little microgreens experiment I'm doing. And I think there's already a video with it in. So it's getting pretty full. I could take them now and cut them off and use that. And well, in fact, like I said, I can just shake the dirt off and just wash off the roots and use the whole microgreen, actually. I think I'm going to let them go a little bit further. Of course, they're coming out here, but the thing is not really full. In the next couple of days, I'm going to take them and cut them up and put them in my potato pancakes. That's what I'm doing with a lot of greens. Not much growing very well here. As once again, I mean, yeah, I had a lot of stuff that just didn't want to grow. Got a garden sage coming here. And there's several more. That row back there, that's arugula, I know that. And I don't know what the 3 out in front is. Now, this is the lamb's quarter, what the lamb's quarter looked like. I think I'm going to take him out and stick him down in one of the beds and let him go to full size. I like lamb's quarter. I haven't seen any growing outside yet, but that is a lamb's quarter right there. Everything that was in that container has been uppotted now. And I added 11 sunflower seeds there. There's one you can see growing up right there, but not doing very well. That's one of the things when you're setting seeds. Of course, there's humping factors of whether or not a seed will germinate, and the soil is one of them. If you got good soil, they'll germinate. You got bad soil, they won't. Sort of a deal. But there was 11 in there that I took outside and planted. I would like to get more. You see, I set the cucumbers in that according to the last 5 years and expecting to have them outside and planted by now. And now here we got huge cucumber plants that should have been planted out like 2 weeks ago. But we've had frost, like I said. And you see in there, they're starting to try to flower. There's quite a few of them doing that. So that's not really not good, really. But there's nothing I could do about it because the weather was hanging on cold and cold. It seems to have changed now. It looks like we're going forward. So as I said earlier, I'm going to start to iron these off now. Check right here, I've got a ground cherry growing already. And I just took the plant and just tapped it like that to pollinate the flowers. And I've got that one to pollinate. So that's exciting. What I mentioned when I was doing the first lot of potatoes, the lemon balm. See, I got 4 plants I put right there. We have 3 peanut plants growing, of course, but we have a 4th one growing. So we have 4 peanut plants growing. And we'll count them off again. You got our 5 autumn butternut, 5 black fishcue, 5 table queen, 6 neon pumpkin. Right here, we have 5 golden delight. That's a yellow summer squash. We have 10 vegetable marrow. We have 5 mashed potato, 4 zucchini dark green, 5 East Elite, 4 early straight neck. That's a green summer squash. 5 bush delicata. Right there. And I never got one of them to grow yet, so I don't know what they're like. Those last 2 in there, that's patio snacker cucumber. And right here, that's the other 3 Jardel pumpkins, so making 5 in all, counting the 2 downstairs. We have the 1 baby pan pumpkin, and 1 Morden early cucumber, and that's around the nice zucchini. That's that ball-shaped zucchini. So all of these are doing nice. Some of them are in just the soil from that big bin, and there's not any purchased potting soil in it, and some of them are. But now, if it's tomatoes, nightshade plants are more sensitive to herbicides than cucumber would be. This is exciting because I didn't know previously when I tried to grow peppers, I tried to pollinate them with a paintbrush and I wasn't successful. And Greta from Greta's Garden said she just shook the plants. That's what I tried to do then. And I got them to pollinate. See, this one is pollinated. This one here is pollinated and growing. And that one in the back there. So there's 3 on that plant. This is early sensation. And if we go over to this one, see there's one back there that's growing. That's early sensation as well. We come out to this front one. I can take that off. And you see there's one here. That's dragonfly pepper. This one is early summer, not early sensation, early summer. Put my hand up beside it so you can see how big that one gets. I don't know how big they get, but that's how big it is right now. Back here is another early sensation that's bigger than the other ones. And that one there is a early sensation. So the early sensation pollinated very well. Actually, I don't have a flower on that California Wonder yet. This is a fat and sassy pepper. There's a pepper one growing there. Now they get fairly big if my memory serves me correctly. So that's exciting. That's a sweet pepper. And then we've got a little one right here. And there's no tag down in the pot, so I don't know what one this is. We go out here. And we have another one here. This is another early summer. And that's all the ones I have so far. This one here is flowering as well. The only peppers that's growing here. And these here, these were later germinating. California Wonders and one fat and sassy. So these plants are not as far along as those other ones. But yeah, quite exciting. When they're outside, the insect pollinators will do a much better job at pollinating than I would here. But it's still exciting to know that I can get them pollinated even in the absence of proper pollinators. So it seems to have stopped raining. I've turned the gain on the mic way down now. So what I'm trying to do now, if the sound is being different throughout the video, that's why I've tried many different ways, and there's always some reason why I didn't like the setup for recording sound. And I've got a USB thing here now, and it seemed to be coming in clear, but the Bluetooth, it was muffled. Either it was muffled or it was picking up too much. And if you watch the video, the last video I put up and then deleted it again, you can see it was just a roar and it was just so noisy. And I tried to make another video, this video, and it was just so muffled. So I worked on that. Hopefully this is good. Let me know what you think of the quality of the sound in this video, and yeah, get some feedback for that kind of thing, so that I can work on it and see if I'm actually doing good or if I'm doing just downright terrible. It stopped raining again now. I will put in a clip without the sound of what I took earlier to show you the rain, but yeah, right now it's just so it's actually it'd be nice if I just put on a jacket now and go out probably and work on. I'm making some bed for the potatoes, but I'll put this video together and then I'll see what I'm going to do the rest of the day. Thank you for watching. Remember, don't eat the poison food, and I shall see you in the next video.